What up, Charlie?
What's happening, man? How are you?
I'm
Wow,
good, man. How are you, brother?
I love the hair.
Oh man, I was born like this, bro. I was
Oh, there
I
you
was
go.
I was a skater kid back in the 90s, man, and I've always like been that, you
Were you
know.
Ducky by Limp Bizkit? Down, just like
I
skate half
I
pipe.
know them. I've just always been into like the whole like fashion, sneakers, clothes type of thing, and I don't have talent like you, so I figure, you know what? I have a talent of like spending money and dressing well.
There you go. You're styling right now with the glasses and everything. You're super fit, looking super smart.
Thanks, brother. Well, I got to start off by saying congrats, man. Song is fire.
Thank you for playing it. I honestly can't believe how well it's being received, but I'm super happy that people are liking it.
Yeah, I was watching some of your past stuff and before this, and I think you said, I'm just paraphrasing, you said something to the effect of you were surprised that people were so engaged in your behind the scenes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The development of the music.
Yeah, I never thought it would be like that because there was a time period where I thought I kind of had to keep that to myself. I thought that people only cared about just hearing the song. I didn't know that part of my, I guess, creative process would be just showing how I made the song. There is no creative input on that. It's just what I do every day. So it's easy transition, and it's I'm glad it's working out.
Yeah, it's so cool, man. Like I was just watching. I mean, that's just all the songs, how you just come up with it. It's like, dude, you were just born for this. I'm not just saying that. I'm like, because I've tried to, I think just some people are just born with that innate talent. And I'm like, when you come up with these like just innate sounds and then you're going to like, I'm like, I can't do that. Like with the whole light switch thing, did it literally, and I know you've been asked this before, but it really was just, hey, you know, I just thought of a light switch and I thought I'd just piece it together. And
well, I conceptualized it like this. I always think about what's missing in the music industry and what's missing on the radio, what's missing for wherever people listen to music. What void can I fill? Like, what is something people aren't hearing and what they could be introduced to? That's, in my opinion, how all the great music, you know, when Nirvana put out Nevermind, like it was a culture shock and it was completely different. And I bet you that Kurt and his band was thinking, what can we do to, you know, twist it and mend it and make it our own and, you know, mess with minds. So I'm thinking to myself, what could I make in a song that hasn't been done before? I know there's a lot of, when you listen to Broadway music, and I'm not like a Broadway connoisseur, I know like 2 shows, but there's a lot of like sound effects, like you'll hear tiptoeing to exaggerate who's on stage and the movements, and it'll be part of the song, like a little like it's like over dramatic. What's the diet version of that would fit in the pop world that wouldn't take it out of a pop, you know, musical thing? And I thought, well, song with a sound effect in it, just one time in the chorus, a couple times, and I looked at the light switch and I was like, I just heard the melody in my head. It's kind of an anticlimactic thing, but I just literally heard the melody. It turned me on like a light switch. It was a lot slower, but I thought, okay, people have been home. What if there was a song that was really fast and put the bass line to it? And once I put the bass and the drums together, I just wrote the whole hook, and the light switch rhythmically went on par with what I was saying. It fit it was almost like part of the percussion. Yeah. So I thought, weird and not been done before, but I didn't know if it was going to be a good song, so that's why I made the TikTok to basically like kind of gauge the audience.
Yeah. Have you always thought like that though? You know what I mean? Is that something you can actually learn, or you've always innately like just thought like that? I don't even know the right word for that. Like obviously creative, but you get what I'm saying?
I do. I think I have been. I've always been a little bit out of the box.
Yeah.
I was like, just on like a lifestyle thing, like when I was in 6th grade, I was the kid dyeing my hair and myself, and it would turn orange and I wouldn't care. I mean, I get you're kind of giving me that vibe too, a little bit. Like you're very like creative and you go with your gut, and I don't know, I've just always carried myself in that way.
It's cool. I like it, man. When it comes to like music and stuff, I know you probably get music from everyone, but this stuck out to me. You're rocking, because you're young. I'm older than you, right? A lot older than you. And you're rocking a Beastie Boys shirt, and you're speaking to my time.
Yeah.
You are
wearing a Clockwork shirt right now.
Clockwork. How do you know this? That's Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
Right. Directed. How do you?
It's great.
Yeah. Like where? Like who put you on this stuff? Like how'd you even discover it? Because you're hella young, man.
I guess my parents and I grew up watching MTV.
Yeah.
And I've always been, when I hear the newest, latest, and greatest thing, I always ask the question, where did this come from? Like when Playboy Carti dropped Whole Lotta Red, where did he get the idea to make all of the songs almost annoyingly sounding the same? And I know I'm not talking about pop music right now. It's on a hip hop tip, but like where that's usually all the innovation comes from first. But like where did, like when that trap phase in the mid 2000s kind of spilled over into pop, where did that come from? And then I researched back and find out that it was actually born in Memphis, Tennessee by innovator Tommy Wright III, who was making these trap records on an MPC, and Princess Loco, and that's where Juicy J and 3 6 Mafia came about. I'm always wondering, what is it derivative of? Like, what came first before? Like, you listen to a Luther Vandross record, a dance record. Like, you listen to Dua Lipa record, and it's feeling like disco-y. Okay, what is she? Oh, I guess that's a weird example because she's getting sued right now. But it's what is derivative? Everything. Music is recycled. Like, I'm just always wondering where it all comes from.
Wow, that's awesome. Video real quick, got Billy Blanks in it, which is awesome. I'll be honest, I watched the video twice, and maybe I need to watch it a few more times. I think there's some things I'm missing here, but at first I thought, okay, it's about a guy, and tell me if I'm totally off the marker, that's basically changing his life for someone. Yeah. But then I kind of cheated, and I watched some past interviews, and apparently it's not so much that's the case. You're not changing for a girl, but you're changing for yourself. Is that right?
And I wanted people to watch it a couple times for a cheeky extra play, and move up 100. But the message of the video is that that girl didn't break up with me in the very beginning of the video because I didn't look a certain way. She broke up with me and ended things with me because I just stopped caring about her. And that's happened in the past in real life as well. Yeah. And that's why at the very end of the video, you see her with somebody who looked exactly like me at the very beginning of the video. It didn't matter. It's just like a nice little sentiment. You don't have to change your outer appearance. Just be a good person internally.
Yeah. Two questions. Billy Blanks in the video. How'd you come up with him? Like, why him? Why Billy Blanks? And then number two, was that, am I looking too deeply into it? But there was like, is that a scene from Karate Kid with the,
it was
going up and down?
Yeah. If there was, it's product placement with Benjamin Moore, and they're an awesome company that helped out with the video. And, if it's product placement, I want the scene to be funny and, derivative of something. And maybe a lot of my fan base doesn't know of the Karate Kid. And that was Christian's idea, Christian, the director of the video. And it was also his idea to bring in Billy Blanks in because we were looking for, a motivational, in-your-face kind of person. And we thought, why not just a guy who invented that?
Yeah, it was awesome. Going through your TikToks, man, hilarious. Do you have any ones that really stuck out to you aside from the ones that you posted? I saw the one guy you did a duet. It was a duet with, and I forgot his name. He was like rapping, you know what I mean? It was like I kind of got honestly like a 24K Golden vibe. You know what I'm talking about?
I know which one you're talking about. I love, you can bend and twist and, flip my song upside down 6 ways to Sunday. I don't really care. I just want you to show me how you hear my song. And I'll always react to those types of videos because I just want to see people's creativity. There's so much sad stuff on TikTok, and there's a lot going on in the world right now, obviously, and you see a lot of that. I just want to be like the 30-second break. That's, because it can be pretty mentally draining seeing those videos over and over again. So I just want to be people's escape, just a little quick escape.
I love it, man. That the way you formed that song, and also you're showing us, I think it's is it Left and Right? Right?
Yeah, I think that out next because it's it kind of theme of light switch having a sound effect in it. It's almost like virtual reality songs. I want you to like close your eyes and really feel the music in like 3D.
I personally enjoy it when you start the videos with "What if?"
There was
this? Right.
What if there was a station that played a song that played left and right, and everybody get vertigo when they were driving home from work?
Turn your camera or turn your phone this way. It's just dope. I like it, man. It's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Hey, so do you mind? I also heard that you are neighbors with someone, probably a lot of famous people, but one in particular who you've collaborated with, Sir Elton John.
Yeah, that's right. Can you believe that? Next door neighbors.
Now, the first thing I thought is, how did you not know that? Is it just because he never comes out of the house? Do you guys go on walks? And you guys I thought maybe you would have run into each other.
I would walk by that house and I was like, okay, somebody of a certain stature lives there, because I see armed security. I see 9 cameras. There's a cop there. Yeah. Somebody lives there. But it's very unassuming, and I never really thought anything of it. And when Elton and I were texting, his assistant sent over the address, and I'm thinking, in LA, everything's 40 minutes away. I thought, okay, I'm in my car, just assuming that it's going to be like an hour drive, and I put it into Google Maps, and a driving option doesn't even pop up. It's a walking option. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. He lives next door to me. And I just looked over there, and that was the house.
That's crazy, man. Very cool. And then last, I'll leave it at this. I know you're a big car guy. Yes? Like, are you one of those guys, do you know everything about cars?
I don't know everything, but I know a lot about cars.
Most expensive car in the world?
The most expensive car in the world? Maybe a Sweden's own Koenigsegg brand, something from. I think that is average. I think the Koenigsegg Huayra, I think it's called, is maybe $4 million.
Oh my god! Yeah, I have to probably save up for that. How about the fastest car?
I think the
street legal.
The fastest street legal car is probably that car. I think it has like 1,200 plus horsepower, probably 1,600 horsepower. I think the Bugatti Chiron. I think the Veyron had the. You know what's wild though is the McLaren. I could be wrong, but the McLaren F1 came out in 1994, and it was the fastest car until 2008. But it still beat the Veyron off the line, and it still has modern numbers. Like it has like over 500 horsepower. Those were mind-boggling numbers. 700 pound-feet of torque, like unbelievable numbers at the time. Are you interested in buying a McLaren F1?
No, I'm not on that. I'm not on that pay scale. But I always was curious. Like I like cars like that, but it just always made me nervous because at the end of the day, you've got to drive to public places, right? Unless you're going nowhere. And it would kill me if someone banged my door. Can you imagine you go to Whole Foods and someone hits your door? Your car's like, I mean, that would just that just doesn't make sense to me.
And now I'm thinking back. I think the McLaren might be the most expensive. I think, or the Enzo Ferrari. I think the McLaren's value. I think Lewis Hamilton paid $16-17 million for a car, but that's an old car. But that's insane.
I'm just a fan. I'll read about it and we'll talk about it. But all right. So I know we got to go. So I just want to say thank you for the time, bro.
Really nice talk. I love when things don't feel like work. I really appreciate you playing the hell out of the record. It means a lot to me. I was really kind of unsure about this one, but the response has been unbelievable. So
dope music. You got to play it, man.
Tell everybody thank you over there.
Yeah, I will, man. And thank you for the time. You're awesome. And can't wait to hear the next one, man, in its fruition. Yeah.
I got you. You'll be one of the first to hear it.
Charlie Puth, talk to you. Thank you, sir.
All right. Bye.
Later, bro.
You turn me